Peep Squad is in the building. What's going on, Peep Squad? Let's get into it. Let's talk about the situation where Ashley Darby and Michael Darby and their relationship and their marriage. As you guys know, Ashley did an interview and basically she said her relationship is like Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. It's an entanglement, especially when Jada Pinkett Smith was entangled with, August Alsina and Will Smith was doing his thing. And she said she can relate. Like now she feels comfortable in actually admitting the truth that her husband is for the streets. And I don't know if she married him knowing that, he would never be satisfied with just her, that he would have to have multiple partners, whether they are men or women, allegedly. And did Ashley slowly agree with this, or did she always agree with it? And are we going to hear Ashley say that she is allegedly bisexual and Michael's allegedly bisexual too as well? Because the rumors out here in the streets on the show that Michael was out there at the strip club after he done closed the deal, made some millions. He treated himself to dancers and basically bragged about having a boyfriend and having a wife at the same time to strangers, to dancers. And allegedly he made a mistake. He did something wrong and Ashley is going to address it. But she should address this shit long time ago and let the world know that her husband is out here in these streets and he's free game, baby. He pays the cost to be the boss. So whatever Michael Darby says goes. It's one of them situations where you are with a partner that is very older than you, know more than you, been doing more than you, and basically ain't gonna change his life around for you. You have to deal with his lifestyle and what he like. And if you don't agree with it, we already know Michael Darby would leave Ashley in a heartbeat if she wasn't down with what he wanted to do, because therefore we already learned on the show that he's kind of jealous or he feels a certain type of way because Ashley is putting a baby before him. Next thing you know, he's out there in the strip club chilling, doing the most. It's been so many rumors and allegations against, Michael Darby. He faced charges of grabbing a cameraman butt at Monique's house. Then we have Katie. She said her ex-fiance, basically said that Michael grabbed his butt. We have Robyn and Candiace basically say they heard Michael say out of his own mouth that he wanted to do something strange to one of the cast members' husbands too as well. So he's been out here, he's been out here doing what he's supposed to do, what he want to do, and everything else like that, while Ashley sits there and act like the good old wife, like, oh my God, my husband would never do this. My husband's not that type of guy. Oh no, your husband is for the streets, baby. And once you are brought and paid for, you have to follow their rules and obey them, or they'll take away their trinkets, they'll take away the house, they'll take away the car, they'll take away the bank account, and they'll let you realize where you actually come from and you need them more. Even though she does have a lucrative job on Real Housewives of Potomac, but her bread and butter is her husband. So therefore, if he says he wants a different type of marriage, an open marriage, a non-conventional marriage, and he want to be out here doing what he want to do, he is going to do it without Ashley Darby's permission, even if she doesn't agree. The question is, did she marry him knowing that she would never fulfill all his needs and desire, that there will have to be other people invited in their marriage for that to happen? Lord have mercy. Sometimes you just got to keep on moving. But Ashley explains her entanglement relationship with, Michael Darby, and she can relate to Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, and also August Alsina. Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith was on the outs with each other, but they was living in the same house. They were, still functioning as a married couple, a happy married couple. And it seems like Ashley is ready to say, you know what, I accept Michael for what he is and what he do, and he's going to continue to embarrass me, so I got to get out here and tell the truth about what's really going on. She said people ain't going to be surprised that know her. Ain't nobody surprised that your husband dominates you and you have to do exactly and everything that he wants you to do, because basically, you want a job, baby. He's paying you. So because if Michael Darby was broke, there is no way Ashley will be with him. There's probably no way that Ashley will have a unconventional marriage and not a traditional marriage. So it is what it is, because she was really out here talking about, I need him to be faithful. So let's check out Ashley's interview. Ooh boy, when it rains, it pours. Ashley had to come out and basically let the people know that yes, my husband's for the streets, and he kind of want to make me for the streets. So here we go.
Yes, it does. Michael and I are an unconventional couple in many ways, and we have more hurdles to overcome. I've shared a lot about my marriage in the past with the ladies, and the things that I talk about really shouldn't be a surprise because they all know me. They all know I'm not a conventional person, and I just don't think it's going to come as a shock to anybody. Now, I related to that a little more than I'd like to admit. Yeah, I was like, man, Jada, I'm with you, girl. I get it. I mean, marriage is just so hard, and it's really hard being a public figure and having difficulties, and it's even more difficult when you decide to talk about them and say some things that aren't necessarily fitting the mold of what people think a marriage is or should be.
You and Michael, obviously, you're still
So Ashley, you know, she got to be happy. She has to put on this persona whether she's happy or not, because she has put on a persona for so long about how happy she is, how faithful Michael is, and how she don't believe any of these rumors and these allegations against her husband. So is any of the allegations true against Michael? Like, come on, your husband's always being caught out here in these streets, baby. He's in a strip club with women and bragging at the same damn time. Like, that's some shit. And then he's at your job acting up too as well. I like, Ashley, it is what it is. She has to accept it and she has to deal with it. And if she wants to keep her marriage going, she has to become a part of Michael's life and what he likes to do outside their marriage, because I guess that's what a marriage is about. I guess that's what her marriage is about. Lord have mercy. I just wanted to know, does she know that, you know, he was going to be doing all this and still chose to marry him? Because you know what, she comes from a very humble background, you know what I mean? So therefore, you know, Michael saved her. He saved her. He provided for her and everything else like that. So she doesn't have to live the same life that her mother lived. But maybe things would have probably been different from Ashley if she wasn't abandoned by her father. And also if her mother didn't abandon her too as well when she was chasing after men and doing anything and everything for men. So it seems like Ashley and her mom have a whole lot in common, baby. But remember when Robyn said that she heard Michael Darby said that he wanted to give fellatio, and it was allegedly that he wanted to do it with Juan. And we have Katie basically saying that Michael Darby allegedly touched her ex-boyfriend's booty. Like, what's going on with that situation? Like, Lord have mercy, what is happening? Like, so is everybody lying or is everybody telling the truth? And Ashley acts like she's so surprised when people brought up these allegations to her that there's no way that Michael would do this. Michael wouldn't do any of the sort, baby. He's not that type of guy. You know, she has a loving marriage, and now we find out that her marriage is open for the streets, baby. And she's trying to persuade the audience to believe that she's happy for it and she's in agreement of it. I was like, Lord have mercy. Remember when Michael denied the incident that happened and he was charged with felony assault as well as a misdemeanor inappropriate sex contact? But eventually the charges was dismissed, you know? So Michael has been out here doing the most for a long time, baby. So basically he's tired of hanging in that closet, and he don't want to hear no ifs, ands, and buts about what he do. So now you either gonna take it or you gonna walk away from it. So it is gonna be what it's gonna be. We even had Katie was out here saying like, yo, listen, this man done grabbed my ex butt, and everyone's like, oh no, she's lying, she's not telling the truth. And then we also have Ray, which is, you know, Karen's husband. He said that he's seen, you know, Michael Darby grab Andy's butt too as well. So it really makes us believe that when it comes to, you know, the text messages alleging that Michael Darby was out here in these streets at the strip club doing the damn thing and basically bragging about him having a wife and a husband, like, Lord have mercy. Like, you know, it's a whole lot going on with that situation. Like, Lord, what are you doing, Ashley? Ashley is out here trying to be the best that she possibly can be in these situations, but it's out here in these streets. You got text messages of your husband, you know, people sending it to you from Candiace that your husband's out here in the streets bragging about he got a boyfriend and a wife too as well, and now he's gonna have something to admit to, you know, Ashley, that, you know, oh, I'm sorry, baby. So if you have an open marriage, why is it surprise to Ashley? Why don't Ashley know that, oh, you got a boyfriend? Why are people bringing it to her? Because as soon as Candiace or anybody brought the situation to her, the first thing she should have said, I know, I'm okay with it. We have a different type of relationship, so we're gonna see if that actually happens on the next episode. I was like, Lord have mercy, it is going down. Ashley is out here doing the most. You know, she's trying to protect that bag, protect her relationship, protect her marriage too as well, and she wants us to believe that it's the most best thing in the world. She's just happy, she's just satisfied, and this is what she signed up to be. Okay, girl, we believe you. We believe you all day and every day. We know Michael came through and he changed your whole life around. He gave you everything that you wanted and you needed and you desired financially. You didn't have to struggle. You didn't have to live in poverty. You know, you was able to take care of your mother for a little bit of time. So therefore, someone that saves you and rescue you, you know, sometimes you agree to everything that they want you to do and you believe that it's your job. It is what you're supposed to do. Whether she even really agrees with the situation, she is going to agree and convince herself and try to convince the audience that she is happy with it. And if you're happy with it, we love it. Peace.